Most traders lose money day trading not because it's hard, because they do it the wrong way. So let me show you how we do it and how to do it the correct way. I'm going to show you how I would start trading if I had to start all over again from scratch. If you don't know me, my friends call me Rob, and hopefully you will too at the end of this video. I've made and lost a lot of money in the last 34 years that I have traded, and I'm here sharing my biggest lessons that I learned in 34 years of managing risk. Safe to say, for this industry, I'm already a dinosaur, and thanks to these rules, I have no plans of going extinct. One of the big things you have to understand with trading, one of the most important things that you're going to have to get your head around when you're trading is when you're going to start, think of it like a business. Don't think of it like trading, like charts, like little candles. The most important thing you're going to have to understand is you're going to need money. You're going to need capital. What's the first thing you need when you start trading? It's capital. It's money. You don't need to worry about what kind of business am I going to start. What am I? You've already decided all that. You already decided you want to get into trading. All you want to know is what I need to get started. And what you need to get started is capital, proper capital. Why do you think that you can now suddenly start trading with $100 or $0? There's all this advertising all over the place, which says start with $0 and make millions of dollars. And it's not true. You're not going to make millions of dollars from $0. When you invest, you're going to make a return on your investments. When you start trading, you're going to make a return on your trading. That's how it works. The more capital you've got to start with, the better. If you don't have capital, then you're going to need a funded account. And if you need a funded account, I do have on my blog, I've left a link for you in the description below. 8Cap.
If you need a funded account, find the link to our blog in the description and get 20% of an 8Cap challenge available there.
8Cap gives you a 20% discount. Go check it out. Just use my code Rob's Logical Trading and you'll actually get something out of it. Of course, the next thing you're going to want to do is go and find a reasonable broker in your area. That's the next thing I would do, is go and find a reasonable broker in my area that's going to offer me all the tools that I'm going to need. It's going to give me the tools that I require to get trading with the right platform, the right fees, the right everything that I need that will trade with me, that will allow me to trade with the amount of money that I've got. Maybe I need micro contracts rather than large contracts, because some traders only allow you to buy large contracts, and maybe you can't afford that. Depends how much money you've got. Look at the brokers that are close to you. Look at the brokers that are in your area, not somewhere in another country, whatever the case. But if it's funded traders, then it doesn't really matter where they are. But if it's real cash money, try and keep the broker as close to home as you possibly can. And then it's really important to think, well, what am I going to do next? Well, just go and watch a few YouTubers, go and find out these charts, go and have a look at what they're doing. This is the system. What makes you the money is the strategy. So I'm going to give you the system and I'm going to give you the strategy, because these are the two things that you need to get started with trading. What I always say is watch a few YouTubers and find the best system that works for you. Try and pick out what works for you. Try and pick out from different traders what works best for you. Here's the thing to understand. If I take two traders and I put them next to each other and we're trading in front of the computer and we're trading exactly the same system at exactly the same time, did you know if I put a board between us and we traded the same system at the same time and we traded the same rules, we'd achieve different results? And the reason for that is we've got different personalities. We've got different fear levels. We've got different ways of thinking in the market. So if I was going to start trading today, the first thing I would realize is that everyone's different, that it's not about the charts, that the charts can't predict the future, that it's all in the business plan, and it's all in how we make our money from the business plan. Once I understand that, once I understand that I don't need all this rubbish on my charts, that makes it so much easier for me to figure it out, that I just need a business plan, that I just need a strategy, that it's my psychology that's going to make the difference in the market, that it's my fear that's going to make the difference in the market. Once I know that, that changes it all. If I go and look at the charts, let's go and have a look at the charts, and let's go and see what the best way to trade is. So what I do on the charts, I take a chart like this and I say, Well, firstly, I need a resistance level and I need a support level. How am I going to find that? What I do is I'll take it to the day chart because we trade on the 4-hour charts. And I'll go and have a look at the 4-hour day chart and see what it looks like on there. Make that a little bit smaller just to get an idea of what we've got. What is a resistance level? A resistance level is where the price gets to a number of times, more than 3 times, and it breaks down from that level. Why? Because there's money there, because it's institutional money. What you have to realize big time is that us retail traders make up a minuscule small amount of the market, like 5%. 95% of the market is made up by big institutional money, like Morgan Stanley and all that sort of stuff, okay? These big companies. You've got your resistance level. You draw support level in. It's a level where it keeps hitting there. You see, every time it hits there, it bounces up. Every time it hits there, it bounces up. That's your support level. Now you've got an area to work within. Now you decide, okay, I'm going to work within that area. That area looks good. Let me make it a little bit bigger again. Let me take it back to the H4 that I'm trading on. Now that looks like quite a pretty picture. What are these candles? Why do we use the candles? The candles tell me when the market's going down. They tell me when the market's going up. The tails tell me the buyers are getting back into the market. The tails tell me that the sellers are getting back into the market. They just tell me the markets, which way the market's going. So it doesn't matter what color they are. You're always going to have the same scenario with the candles. Don't sit and watch charts all day. That's one thing I would stop doing completely if I was starting out trading again, is I would stop watching charts all day. I come in the morning, I choose my trades, I put my trades in place, I leave them there, I go away, I come back and see how they're doing. That's the way to do it on a 4-hour chart. Now you've got a resistance level, now you've got a support level. Then I take a trend and I draw it in. Why do I take a trend and draw it in? Well, trends, what they do, they allow me to put a trend support or a trend resistance in. And what that tells me is if it breaks through that level, it's broken to the downside, this move that's going down is confirmed, or if it breaks, or if it stays in that trend, then it's staying in the trend. We trade 3 ways. We trade, what's the trend? Trend is your friend. We trade in a range. A range is in here, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then we trade breakout trading. If it breaks to the upside, breaks down to the downside, or if it breaks through this trend level. That's counter trading. If it breaks out, you're going to get a green candle out of here, for example, it's going to go up. It's going to come back and retest and then go up if you want to wait for the retest. I don't wait for the retest. What I do is I just take the green candle and I go. Down the bottom here, if it breaks down, you're going to get a red candle, it's going to go down. So if it breaks through this trend level here, you're going to get a red candle to the downside, you're going to go short down to the support level here. If you want to know more about exactly how to trade the system, then I've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of videos on my channel, which will show you how to trade the system. And while you're here, join the members area and subscribe. If you join the members area, you get trade of the day every day. Not only that, you also get trade research and a few other things. Go and check it out. The members area might be a helpful tool for you. But join us in our members area and become part of an amazing team of traders. But then how do you make a profit in the market? Now, this is the one big thing that I would teach myself that I didn't know when I started out trading. And that is, win rates don't make you money. Charts don't make you money. I can't predict the future. You can't predict the future. No one can predict the future. Every single time I take a trade on these charts, I've got a 50% chance of winning. I've got a 50% chance of losing. No matter what my system is, what I need is a strategy. And that strategy is to keep the risk the same on every single trade. So the first thing I've got to determine for myself is, what is my risk amount going to be per trade on my account? So firstly, you've got to look at the size of your account. And then you've got to decide, am I going to risk 1% of my account per trade? Or am I going to risk 10% of my account per trade? Now keep in mind, if you risk 10% of your account per trade on leverage trading, then after 10 trades, you're probably going to blow your account if you lose all 10 trades. If you risk 1% per trade on your account and you take 10 trades and lose them all, you'll lose 10% of your account on leverage trading.
Trading is risky. If you don't like risk and you don't like losing money, don't trade.
Hey, come back. Where are you going? Let's trade.
Keep that in mind when you're trading. Now you decide how much risk you want to put on every single trade. So let's say you're risking $500 per trade on this particular account. Let's say you wanted to go short here. So the big thing to do is to say, I want to go short and I want to put my stop loss in an area where I know If the price gets there, then I'm wrong. I know that I'm wrong. So it must just take my stop loss and go. We do not dollar cost average. We don't move stop losses around unless we move them into profit. So it's above that level there. So I would look at it and say, above those highs, I think my trade's invalid. That's good enough. Just above those highs, they would be good enough. That's fair. If the price gets there, I'm out. Where do I want my profit? I want my profit down there. That gives me a good risk to reward. That tells me I can make $900 for a loss of $464. It doesn't have to be exactly $500. It can be as close as near as damn it to it, as close as possible. So now you've got your trade. Now you've got a risk to reward that's really good. If you take 18 trades, some of the trades will be targeted at 6-1, some will be 4-1, some will be 2-1, some might even be 1-1. But at the end of the day, the overall average normally works out to about 2-1. What I like to show people is if you had 18 trades like this and you took all of them, even if you didn't have a system, if you just took all the trades, buy and sell, and let's say you lost 9 of the 18 trades, you would be at $500 per trade, $4,500 in loss. It's a lot of money to be losing. But if you won the other 9 trades and it averaged out at a 2-1 risk to reward ratio, you would be $9,000 up, which would make it $4,500 profit for the overall trading scenario, which would give you the profit that you need. Now look at this. For example, this would be breaking to the downside. So this is breaking to the downside. Looks like it wants to go down. So what you do is you say, I want to take a short. I want to put a $500 risk in just above that high there. I know that if the price gets there, I'm wrong. And I want to put my take profit much further down here, because I believe it's going to get down to a level of about 6,000, somewhere down there. So I looked at the weekly chart before I looked at this. So that's a reasonable risk to reward. It's a little bit over 1-1, maybe about 1.5-1. That's the risk to reward. Take that trade with a $500 risk. And there you go. Easy peasy. Trade in and then off you go. That's how we trade. That's how we manage our strategy. That's how we manage our risk. It's important to understand when you start trading, if you're looking at YouTube videos and you're checking people like me out and you're looking at all the trades that are available to you out there and thinking, I want to take that system, I want to take that system, I want to do this, I want to do that. Take a little bit from everyone. It doesn't matter how good or how bad they are or what their success rate is or isn't. What matters is there's something in there that you feel you can use in your trading. Take it out and put it into your trading and see if it works. But forget about backtesting. Backtesting is a swear word. I don't like the word backtesting because if you're backtesting, you basically know what's going to happen next and you kind of manipulate things to work out for you. What you need to do is what I call forward testing. You need to get yourself a demo or a funded account or something and just put the trades on there when you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what tweet's going to happen next. You don't know what geopolitics are going to happen in the world. Just see if the system works with that. While you're trading your old system, put your new system in place on a demo somewhere else. Trade it for a week. Trade it for 2 weeks. And just go and see what it does for you and how it works for you. And if it works for you, fully for you, you can use it in your system. And that's the best way to test a system. Stop all this backtesting and all this rubbish. Just do a forward test and see how it works for you in the next 2 weeks. If it's working in the environment that you're in and you feel comfortable with it and confident with it, then you can incorporate it and use it. But don't get into the never-ending cycle of doom and have 250 different things on your charts. That also isn't going to help you in any way, shape, or form. In other words, don't put the first system in, start working with it, support and resistance, for example, and you start working with it, and then you go, that isn't working, so you go to the next one, moving average crossovers, and then what you do, you add it onto the system instead of taking the other one off. So now you've got 2 systems. Then you go find a third system, maybe Fibonacci or something, you add it onto the system. So now you've got 3 systems working, and then that doesn't work. So you add a 4th system, then you've got 4 systems working, and then 5 and 6. You know, an never-ending cycle of doom, what it does is you end up with so many systems that you start working against yourself, and you don't understand whether you're Arthur or Martha. You don't know what's going on in your trading. Keep it simple. Keep everything off the chart. You'll see most of this chart is blank. We've got the resistance, we've got the support, we've got the trend. That's it. There's no volume profiles here, no stochastic, no RSIs, no nothing on this chart. This chart is clean. That's how I trade. That's how simple it is to trade. Follow the business plan, follow the strategy, and then you'll be successful. Got any questions, you can post them. I'll have a look at them. If you remember, you get priority reply, and some of the members even get video replies. So if you want to join as a member, do that as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. It's really important for the channel to grow. It's good fun having a channel grow. Till the next one, don't forget to join us for the live shows every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 and at GMT+2, where we talk a little bit more about trading and we give you a little bit of education at the same time. Thanks for watching. Till the next one, keep well. Cheers, ciao, and bye.